All right, standing here with Keith from Keene, you were just telling me there's been some developments with Ron Paul today. Tell me about that.
Yeah, there was a straw poll yesterday. The Coalition of New Hampshire Taxpayers annual picnic and straw poll happened in Hillsborough, New Hampshire. Ron Paul won. He destroyed everyone else in the vote, higher than the next three is total combined. He got 39% of the vote. That was pretty impressive.
But what did you not like?
Well, I didn't like the fact that it hasn't been covered in the media at all, except for you, I guess. Thank you. The Union Leader didn't report on it, the Concord Monitor, or Communist Monitor, whichever you want to call it. They didn't report on it, so I don't know why. Why hasn't it been reported on? That's what I want to know.
Can you scoot over this way just a little bit? Because there's a shadow on you. You say 39%?
Yeah, he got 63 votes. The next highest candidate was, he got 20 votes was the next highest, so he destroyed the poll.
Do you have any sense of how he did in the CNHT poll, or straw poll in 2008?
I wasn't there. Someone told me he won that, but I don't know for sure.
Yeah, because he won a lot of straw polls in 08. Well, why do you think it's not being reported on much?
Really, I think people just don't want to report on the truth of Ron Paul. The same thing happened with Time magazine recently. They did a poll, and the Time poll showed that he got 53% of the votes, and yet they didn't even mention him except for one time on the third page of the 3-page article. It was all about Romney, and he got second place. The media has a blackout on Ron Paul still. It's not as bad as 08, but it's absolutely ridiculous because he is winning and winning poll after poll. He's doing awesome, and the media doesn't report it.
It's funny, I tend to get a little bit philosophical about this, because the way I look at it, you really don't, I mean, there's all this Federal Reserve money that's flowing into these other candidates that support the Federal Reserve, I assume, because the Federal Reserve is spending money and no one knows where it's going, right? It's going to this giant black hole and no one can figure out what's going on. Well, obviously, some of it must be going to these candidates, so I don't get too freaked out. Or maybe it's going to the media, something like that. This is artificial pumping up of these people with artificial money.
That definitely makes sense. I looked at the latest reportings on the last quarter for the Republican candidates, and MSNBC showed it, but they left out Ron Paul. But I looked at the details of who was number one, and that was Romney. His top 10 donors were all pretty much banks and big corporations that are based in New York or DC. I mean, it was obvious that he was getting phony money.
Yeah. Well, what do you think should be done about this? What's the solution?
I think we should wear Wookiee suits and dress up and support Ron Paul.
Okay, I can support that idea. All right. Thanks so much, Keith.
Thank you.